They're going at it really quickly, so we're about to transition. It is going to look bad. I apologize. I don't know who's on what side or what is happening. But here we go. I actually will check really soon what the record is for these two, but I don't know if they've actually fought this season. All right, I'm gonna be updating all that information, so stay with me. But yeah, so we have Aero, who is definitely PR. I want to say he's like 4th or 5th, perhaps 6th on the PR right now. And then, so yeah, definitely like a top-level PR player here in SoCal, sponsored by R3. And we also have Mickey, or Tealz over here, who's our up-and-coming Metaknight player. Not yet PR, but definitely has been making quite a case for himself as of late. We are starting off on a PS2. And already, things are going pretty even. Aero is definitely a very interesting projectile play style. He's really aggro with his projectiles. It does like a lot of really fancy stuff. He's definitely the style player. Ooh, that will not kill. No boombox kill yet. Alright, first stock goes to Aero. Mickey dying at or Tealz, sorry. I know him too well, I keep calling him Mickey. Tealz dying at a high percent though, which is pretty good. Ooh, nice! Ended up getting the kill on Aero. Right off the side. Hopefully you could find more commentators pretty soon, because I can't do both of these at the same time. Okay. What was that? Oh, did you want to commentate? Are you busy? Oh, thank God people are here. All right, save me.
One man, one desire to go through a tournament and not SD. The one and only Tealz.
Only a Shimada can control the dragon.
Oh man, these are two players I like watching play. They
this is bound to be like a good match.
Yeah,
just at least exciting. This is it's not possible for this to be boring.
Which is kind of hilarious to me because it's kind of reminiscent of Brawl, that matchup Diddy versus Metaknight, which was extremely boring. Oh my God.
They didn't play much. That wasn't the classic.
I know.
The classic was like K9 versus Kiraflax or something.
Yeah.
For some reason, he'd always fight Kiraflax, and Kiraflax would always win.
Who will yell louder?
And it's like weird because it's Charizard. He was fighting 3.0 Meta Knight.
Yeah. Mickey, let's go Veg. Reminiscent of Venom versus Tealz. This is actually really close. Nice air dodge by Tom. Tealz doesn't capitalize, gets grabbed. Dude, that was not a safe banana pull.
Yeah.
I like the idea. You know what I mean? Just like use it to cover the tag.
Yeah, this isn't too bad. Tealz can come back from this with one good up air combo and stuff.
Yeah, nice crouch cancel down smash from Tom.
Another parallel to the olden days is Aero is like the same.
Yeah.
But Kiraflax had like one of the most amazing clutch factors I've ever seen on a human being.
Yes.
Like you just like couldn't hit the guy. He was so safe.
Yeah.
Tealz, on the other hand, I feel like he's getting better at it, though.
Yeah, if you needed someone to run into a burning building with 5 babies in there and save them in 10 seconds, Kiraflax was definitely the guy to call.
He would power shield every flame.
Every flame.
Just like perfect defense.
He'd just be walking through.
Yeah, he just like stops taking damage. It's like, oh, there's a pocket of clean air. Got it. How do you feel about Teal's improvement, like as a player? Because he's known as like the anti-clutch, you know.
I think it has a lot to do with mentality. One thing that I look for, I actually don't watch Teal's gameplay as much. I watch his facial expressions as things happen. If he's shaking his head, you know, if he looks upset, it's one of those things where you could tell that's going to affect the way he plays.
Yeah, stomping, throwing your head back, or slapping your controller.
Never
or
a
good
good sign.
Yeah. And then it met first players yet again, like Larry Lur, who were emotionless. They expressed nothing while they played. Even if you killed him, he wouldn't even nod his head.
Yeah,
That guy was a
stone-faced. This is still close. Metaknight has really good combos, good gimps. Diddy's recovery is good, but Nair can clip it.
Yeah. Does Metaknight have a good glide toss?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
See,
that was
and
close.
the fade back, this is the things that I worry about with Tealz, putting his head down. It's like you got to have that composure. You got to be able to like just shrug it off and go, you know what? That was one mistake, one neutral opening that I gave him to let him beat me.
Yeah.
So let's do this again, go through, figure out what you're doing correctly, and just do it again.
I feel like there's also like a middle ground. If you see someone that doesn't like seem to care about anything, sometimes if they're a top player, it's obvious that they're just conditioned to be calm. But if it's just like a new player, I feel like you have to care a little to like remember what's happening.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if you get hit by something, you got to get a little tiny bit mad that you got hit by that. And it's like, I'm not going to do that again.
That was actually the transition for me. Was I would get so mad at things, and then I went from going, okay, so why am I getting mad at it? It's like, well, this is happening. So what do you do to fix it? And then that's how I would go through the solutions.
Yeah,
so
I feel like people are born with like an inherent amount of like temper.
Yeah.
Like I have a pretty high temper. No, I never get mad.
Yeah.
Nothing really frustrates me.
Yeah, I would
very
say
easily.
a high tolerance.
Yeah, but then it's not necessarily any better or worse. I feel like if you have a high tolerance for getting angry at things, you can still make it work as long as you have the right reaction to it.
Yes.
It's all right to feel upset about something happening, as long as something good comes of it, like a habit changes.
Tom just destroys this stock.
Mickey's collecting himself. That's good. Yeah, it's very hard to start collecting yourself. I remember one of the only times that I suffered from like the actual jitters that I can remember ever, was for some reason at Low Tier City 3 when I fought Shokyo on stream. And this is a matchup I know pretty well.
Yeah.
I was seated above him. It was like I was pretty confident I was going to win. But for some reason I had the jitters and I couldn't explain it why. I didn't really feel nervous.
It just happens. I think sometimes you put yourself into these expectations where you're like, dude, I know this matchup. I should win this. I'm seated above him.
That's probably a lot of it.
And then when he starts getting like a combo, then you're like, oh my god, like he can win this.
Yeah.
And then you start playing through the scenarios in your head, like, oh, is he gonna hit me with this? And then it happens, and you just you start falling apart. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I used to have some mentality problems back when I started, and the way I found to deal with that is you don't go into a match with expectations at all.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it. And I know it's easy to say, like, just don't think about it. The easier way to do it is you replace a bad habit with another habit.
Yes.
So instead of thinking, I would give myself something to think about. Instead of just reminding myself, don't think about this over and over.
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, well, what matchup am I going into? What do I need to do in neutral?
Yeah.
Should I remember this or that for edge guarding?
Yeah.
You got to replace habits.
Yeah, the collective thinking on just figuring out what you need to focus on is huge.
Yeah.
And that's something I've adjusted to, even with pools. I mean, that's how upsets are made, is when you go in going like, yo, this is like my 4th seed, I know this matchup, like this is going to be easy. And then they take the first stock and you're like, dude, like, is this kid going to do it? Like, what's going on?
It starts snowballing on
you.
Ooh.
Oh, misses the edge guard.
Yeah, down airs.
Nice punish from Tom so far. Nice back airs.
Oh,
gets called under. Nice down air.
That was excellent. It's still going. No one has died. All right, no one came out on top there. This is such a dangerous matchup.
Dude, he went all the way from down there all the way to on stage. One noticeable thing for you guys that don't know Metaknight is if he gets clipped out of one of his special moves, he loses all of his jumps, and then his special recoveries are actually limited by a lot. So I mean, if he could cover, a set amount of distance, it's usually halved, if not more.
Yeah, if Metaknight had maybe one less recovery move, he'd probably be fine. If he had another less, like only 2 out of the 4, he'd probably be pretty bad because they're individually not fantastic. That's too bad. The trick is just trying to use them in ways that, which one of these 4 is my opponent not prepared for in this situation?
Yeah, so just a little heads up, I have to go face my biggest enemy.
Do you have a pool in Wave 1?
Yeah, and he's on stream right now, ready to fight me.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my God.
I'm pretty sure, based on the comic books, I'm probably going to get destroyed. So let's see what happens. Spider-Man versus Venom. This was totally not planned out. Like the Tealz didn't do this on purpose.
Oh, yeah, no, this was an accident. Everyone knows this was an accident.
Hyphen. Yeah.
Is that canon? Is that how you spell Spider-Man?
Yes. Capitals M, capital S, and capital M.
Yeah, I know nothing about comic books. They're not my thing. And at capital That looks wrong.